Hey everyone, have you heard the latest buzz about Canada's immigration rules? If you're on a visitor visa and dreaming of switching to a work permit, you might think it's impossible. Well, think again. In this video, I'm going to share an insider tip that will show you how you can still get that work permit even if you're already in Canada on a visitor visa. Stick around because this method is totally legal, and I'm going to walk you through it step by step. But before we dive in, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of our super informative videos. Alright, let's get into it. So, here's the scoop. Recently, Canada changed its rules, making it impossible to convert a visitor visa directly into a work permit while you're still in the country. That means if you're just visiting and want to work, you can't make that switch from within Canada. Bummer, right? But don't worry, there's a way around this. Let me introduce you to something called flag polling. Now, I know the term sounds a bit technical, but it's actually pretty straightforward and completely legal. Flag polling involves making a quick trip to the Canada-US border. Here's how it works. You go to the border, let the US officials know that you're not planning to enter the US, and instead, you're just doing flag polling. They'll give you a document called an administrative refusal letter, which basically says you're not allowed to enter the US. After that, you head back to the Canadian side, present your documents to the Canadian border officials, and they'll process your work permit application on the spot. Why is this such a big deal? The biggest perk is that your application gets processed the same day. That's right, you don't have to wait weeks or months. If you need to activate a study permit or work permit urgently, this method can get it done immediately. Now let's talk about how to actually do flag polling. Here's a quick guide. 1. Choose your border crossing. Popular spots for flag polling include Niagara Falls, Windsor, and Surrey. Make sure to check the opening hours and whether flag polling is allowed at your chosen border crossing. Get the administrative refusal letter. When you get to the US border, tell the officials you're not entering the US, but just doing flag polling. They'll issue you an administrative refusal letter. 3. Head back to Canada. Return to the Canadian border with your refusal letter and present it along with your permit application to the Canadian officials. They'll process your application right there. 4. Prepare your documents. Make sure you have all the necessary paperwork. For a work permit, this means your passport, a job offer letter, and any required documents, like an LMIA, Labor Market Impact Assessment. Watch out for the crowds. Border crossings can get busy, so plan your visit accordingly. Check for rush times and make sure you have enough time for your application to be processed. A couple of important things to keep in mind. Flag polling is meant for urgent situations. It's an emergency method to expedite processing. Be ready for some questions and possibly an interview, as officials will want to make sure everything is in order. If you don't follow the rules or provide false information, there could be serious consequences. Also, remember to disclose any refusal letters if you later apply for permanent residency. Not mentioning these can lead to problems down the line. So always be transparent about your immigration history. That's the scoop on flag polling. It's a handy trick if you're in a pinch and need to get a work permit or other documents processed quickly. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, don't forget to share this video with anyone who might need it. And if you have any questions or need further details, drop them in the comments below. I'll be happy to help. Thanks for watching, and until next time,